Well, good morning again. I've started this 150 shards of light by quoting from the Old Testament. Now it's time to move on to the New Testament. So I've done a bit of thinking and I've come up with suggestions that, I don't know, you might find amusing. It's not in the Bible, let me hasten to say. At least the basis of it might be, but the story is somewhat different from what you find in the Bible. So here it goes. The location: District Court Martial Centre, Roman Garrison, Bethlehem. The time: 26:10:30 hours, December. That's to say, it's the 26th of December at 10:30. The president of the court-martial: are you Flavius Caligula Seneca, a soldier of the 29th Legion? Flavius: yes, sir. President: you are charged with deserting your sentry post. How do you plead? Flavius: guilty, but with mitigating circumstances, sir. President: mitigating circumstances? A Roman soldier doesn't need those to explain his actions. Flavius: well, if I could just explain. I was on sentry duty about 2 miles outside of Bethlehem. Now, these shepherds came along and pitched camp about 100 paces from my post, which isn't allowed. So I went over to move them on. I was about 30 paces from them when I got the fright of my life. Hanging in the air, about 10 paces up, was a ball of light. And in this light was the figure of a man holding a flaming sword. I fell flat on my face, but I could hear what the man was saying. He was telling them to go into Bethlehem, where they would find somebody called the Messiah, whatever that was. Then suddenly, the man holding the flaming sword wasn't alone. There were hundreds of them, just like him, singing glory to God in the highest and peace on earth. Then they all disappeared. The shepherds did a bit of jabbering and then shot off towards Bethlehem. Well, it's not every day you see something like that. So without another thought, I was up and after them. They seemed to know exactly where to go. It was a local drinking house with an annex attached. They pushed at the door and went in, leaving the door open. So I looked in, and there was this man and a woman with a baby in a crib. And that was that. A hand gripped my shoulder, and I was arrested by the town patrol sergeant. And that's all I've got to say. President: well, I think we've heard quite enough too. When it comes to tall stories, this is about the best I've ever heard. This trial need proceed no further. Flavius Caligula Seneca, not only are you found guilty of deserting your post, you are also guilty of entering an out-of-bounds area, of being in possession of a weapon in a native quarter and likely to cause unrest, of being unaccompanied in a native village, and being an out-and-out liar. You are hereby sentenced to receive 25 lashes of the whip, 6 months detention, and to be posted to the galleys for 2 years. I doubt if you'll survive that. Provost, take him away.